Namaste. Yesterday I ranked every Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, because not only am I a big fan of horror, I love Leatherface, he's my favourite slasher. So today I thought I would rank my favourite television series, Better Call Saul. I'm not going to be ranking every episode, that would take too long, the video would be like 2 hours long. I'm going to rank every season, all the way from season 1 to season 6, and I'm going to mix and match them up and see what one is my favourite. I've already got my list, so without further ado, let's get rolling. And I also want to say real quick before I start, I don't think any of these seasons are bad, but if I had to rank them, this is how I'd rank them, and that's no way saying that whatever is in the number 6 spot, because there's 6 seasons, that is bad. It's still an incredible season, it's just the worst out of all of them. And spoiler warning, by the way, in case you're in the middle of watching Better Call Saul, or you're planning on watching Better Call Saul, there will be spoilers in this video. Alright, kicking it off in my number 6 spot, we have Season 2. The main reason Season 2 is in my number 6 spot is because I just didn't feel like we needed Season 2. I think 5 seasons for this would have been enough. I think Season 2 was slightly useless. I didn't see anything really in Season 2 that helped the main story, the main plot of the series. And all in all, I just thought the 5 other seasons had something to them. I wasn't watching this and thinking anything of it. There was nothing really interesting or shocking that happened in this season. It was just a season. It's just there. There's nothing to it. And that's why it's in my number 6 spot. My number 5 spot, we have Season 4. Season 4 is in my number 5 spot because it is right after Chuck's death. So Jimmy's a bit down the entire season and a bit kind of boring. I do, you know, even when I watched Breaking Bad, Saul Goodman was my favorite character. And I was watching Better Call Saul and I was loving it. And then Chuck died and it hit Season 4 and the character just completely changed. Incredible acting from Bob Odenkirk, by the way. So not only does Season 4 make Jimmy, who is Saul, seem quite sad because obviously he just lost his brother, but he's also spends a lot of the season looking for new jobs while he can't practice law. So I thought that part was a bit, you know, I liked seeing him for Saul. Obviously, I went into Better Call Saul knowing that the first 3-4 seasons wouldn't be Saul Goodman, obviously, which I loved. But I liked the whole lawyer thing and the whole sleazy, shady lawyer. I didn't like it when he couldn't practice law and when he was a bit down. That's why Season 4 is in my number 5 spot. My number 4 spot, we have Season 1. I know a lot of people dislike the first 2 seasons because I don't know whether they think they're boring or whether they don't like something about it. But I really enjoyed Season 1. And that's why it's in my number 4 spot. It wasn't the best season, but it was a good, solid season. Season 1 mainly revolves around Jimmy trying to get some decent clients under his arm so he can get some money. But then he eventually falls into some trouble with the cartel and, you know, gangs and stuff like that. And we also immediately see Mike in Season 1 as well, which is good. So we get to follow kind of both stories before Breaking Bad in Season 1, which I really enjoyed. And it really shows how sleazy and kind of shady of a lawyer Jimmy was before he became Saul Goodman, which I also really like that storyline as well. And for that reason, Season 1, the first season of Better Call Saul, is in my number 4 spot. My number 3 spot, we have Season 5. So at the end of Season 4, Jimmy decides to become Saul Goodman, and Season 5 follows him starting out as Saul Goodman, and that's the main reason why I really enjoyed Season 5. I think watching Jimmy find his feet as Saul Goodman was very well played out, and it was very well acted. And I also think Season 5 is where the show really starts to pick up into this drama, kind of more shocking episodes and shocking things happen when you hit Season 5. One of my favourite episodes throughout the entire series is also in here, Bagman, where Jimmy and Mike get kind of lost in the desert and they need to try to find their way home with these 2 massive bags of cash. I thought that episode was really good. I thought it was very well played out once again. This episode really reminded me of the Fly episode from Breaking Bad. In this episode, they spend the entire time in the desert. In the Breaking Bad episode called The Fly, they spend the entire time trying to catch this fly. So it was kind of a comedy episode and I really enjoyed it. We are now into the top 2 seasons of Better Call Saul, in my opinion. Remember, this is all personal opinion. And in my number 2 spot, we have Season 3. A lot of season 3 is based around Chuck, who's Jimmy's brother, and I really liked Chuck's character. I thought the story was great for this season. I thought the acting was especially great for this season, and this season just stood out to me in general. And I'll be honest, I almost shed a little tear for the last episode where Chuck kicks that lantern over and burns himself alive. Rest in peace, Chuck. Now, you all obviously know by now what's in my number 1 spot, because I haven't said it yet. In my number 1 spot, we have the last season, Season 6. I'm aware this is a lot of people's favourite season because it's where everything just unfolds and kind of hits you like one big boulder. It was an absolutely incredible season. One of the best things that was ever put on television, in my opinion, was this season. And my favourite episode was in this season, Plan and Execution. Big rest in peace, Howard, didn't deserve it. Got pretty much bullied by Jimmy and Kim, and then ended up losing his life to Lalo Salamanca. I thought that episode was really sad, but I also thought the end of this season was super sad as well, where we get to see Saul or Jimmy working in the Cinnabon. That's just him trying to start a new life, trying to start fresh, and eventually he does end up getting found out that he is Saul Goodman, and he gets caught by the cops, and he gets put in jail for, I think it was like 86 years or something he got. I thought the way they ended out Saul's character was perfect. I don't think they could have done it any better. He's a lawyer, he's sleazy, he's shady, he's kind of breaks the law, essentially, and he doesn't end up dying, he ends up going to jail for the rest of his life, so I thought that played out perfectly. And we also got a cameo from Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul, aka Walter White and Jesse Pinkman in this season, which I thought was super cool as well. So there you go, that's my official ranking of Better Call Saul, my favourite television series of all time. And like I've already said, this is just my opinion. If you'd like to go and see someone else's opinion, I'm sure there's a lot of people's opinion out there that is different to mine. And if you disagree with my opinion, I apologise. It's my opinion. Anyway, that's it from me. I just wanted to rank this because I really enjoyed the series. And that's me for today. Bye bye.